Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how to make very stretchy fondant with very minimal ingredients. And in this recipe I'm not going to use glycerin or glucose syrup. I'm going to use glucose powder, and I'm going to replace glycerin with cooking oil. As you can see, the fondant is very stretchy and very easy to make. So I hope you stay with me till the end of the video. So in my ingredients I have glucose powder, that's 200 grams. So a packet is 50 grams, so I'm gonna use 4 packets. I have vanilla extract or vanilla essence. You can use any essence of your choice. With me I have gelatin, and that's CMC or Tylose powder. It's used to stiffen the fondant when you want to cover it on the cake. We're gonna use that later. And that's cooking oil, and I have a half cup of cold water. So in a pan I'm gonna pour the half cup of cold water, and then I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of gelatin. 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna sprinkle on top. Then I'm gonna let the gelatin sit for about 5 minutes for it to harden. As you can see, the water is all absorbed. And that's how it should be. So I'm gonna melt the gelatin on low heat. And make sure you keep stirring. You don't want your gelatin to burn. And make sure the heat is really low. You're gonna keep stirring for at least 3 minutes. And then you're gonna add the cooking oil and mix together until well incorporated. After you mix in the oil, you're gonna add in the glucose powder bit by bit and mix together until it's melted. And then lastly, you're gonna add your essence, and make sure you use clear essence, because if you use the essence with dark colors, you're gonna get an off-white fondant. You're not gonna get a clear fondant, as in clear white fondant. As you can see, everything is well mixed in together. Now you're gonna wait for at least 5 minutes to cool down, and then you're gonna mix in with your icing sugar. So in here I'm gonna pour 1 kg of the icing sugar first. Then I'm gonna make a well at the center of the icing sugar. Then I'm gonna pour the gelatin mixture. Then I'm gonna start kneading my fondant. And this process is messy, so you should know that. If you have gloves, you can use gloves, or if you're using your hands, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. So I'm gonna add in more icing sugar. You'll keep adding your icing sugar bit by bit until you get to the right consistency. And here I used about 1 3/4 kgs of icing sugar, because I had 2 kgs of icing sugar, and it remained a little bit, like a 1/4 kg remained. So in total I used 1 3/4 kgs of the icing sugar. So here we'll start kneading and stretching our fondant. Make sure you stretch it. As you knead, you also stretch your fondant, because that's what makes the fondant white. The more you stretch, the whiter your fondant is gonna be. So make sure as you knead, you also stretch your fondant. And if you need more icing sugar, then you also add more icing sugar. As you can see, I'm stretching my fondant and it's still sticky, so we're gonna add more icing sugar. So now I'm gonna transfer my fondant onto a working surface, make it easier to work with. So I'm gonna keep kneading and stretching my fondant and adding more icing sugar till I get the right consistency. Sorry. As you can see, our fondant is nice and stretchy. Some people are really scared of making fondant. Fondant has a very easy process and it's not hard to make. So long as you have the right ingredients and right measurements, then you're good to go. So about the CMC, you're gonna add the CMC when you want to cover the cake with your fondant, because it's what makes the fondant stiff and pliable. So this is about it's almost 2 kg, so you're gonna, depends with the amount of fondant you're using. So for example, in 1 kg of fondant you can use 1 tablespoon of CMC or Tylose powder. So this is about 2 kgs, you're gonna use about around 2 to 3 tablespoons of Tylose powder. And yeah, up to here our process is done. Our fondant is nice and ready. You can use it to cover your cakes or make figurines. And this is corn flour. Corn flour is used to dust your surface so that your fondant does not stick. So make sure when rolling your fondant you dust your surface with corn flour, or if you have icing sugar, but I prefer corn flour because it's fine and does not have particles. So now I'm gonna wrap my fondant in a plastic wrap till I'm ready to use it. And yeah, we are done. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. And see you again in my next video. Bye.